We haven't done a podcast forever.
I know. I don't even know what to do anymore.
1, 2, 1, 2.
When the kids go to sleep, dreams and memories.
My
I'm also gonna break my
I got a cramp.
Good. Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the podcast, episode 107 of When the Kids Go to Sleep, right here in Los Angeles, California, Maker Studio.
Shay's a little bit excited.
Dude, it's that juice. It's popping. Let's look real quick.
I think it made
You guys,
me feel
we have
sick.
a lot to talk about today.
Oh, my
here
goodness.
on the podcast. I hope we have time to cover everything because we have a busy schedule. So I don't know if for sure we'll get to everything because we have a
might
bunch
get
of
to number
topics.
2, but I'm not
we'll
sure we'll
see.
get to number 3 or 4.
Ricky, are you producing this podcast? There's supposed to be content on this board, Ricky.
Face. He's like, what I
I'm
do?
just shaving your beard when this thing is over. Anyways.
Ricky, we love you.
Any woozles.
We don't have to have content on the board because we never follow the board anyway. Just so you know.
I was talking about this. This is, listen. That's real wood, you guys. This is a high quality podcast.
That's real wood.
And these are lights.
That means that we're legitimate.
Can you see the lights? Think about this. Somebody painstakingly took the time to carve out each one of these stars. That's like a 3/4 inch
I don't know if they can hear you.
board. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? They can hear me. I'm loud.
Well, we know that. That
Welcome
has
to the
been
show.
evident.
Ustedes son increíbles. Saludos dos Pedro. Welcome, Peru. Welcome to the show. Are you going to start using Shaytard's intros again? Yes, I do. I actually do. I looked through them. I just haven't seen any new ones. I feel like I've used all the intros. If you guys want to make a
Really?
Shaytard's intro, I'll use it. But
How do they send it to you?
They just upload it. What I do is every 2 to 3 days, I'll go to YouTube and just type in Shaytard intros, and then I do the search newest the last couple days, and I'll use them. You guys have some really good ones. I've really been impressed with some of your guys' intros.
Yeah, they're fun.
Is it glitchy, you guys? Well, if you can't watch it totally perfect here, you can come back Wednesday. We're back for the podcast. We'll talk about why we were away. I think most of you know because we make a video about our lives every single day for the last 4 years.
Yeah, it's true.
But I've missed it, man. I've missed this opportunity to sit down and talk and chat and become... I just want to squeeze you all over
I
the
know.
place.
I can see it in your eyes. I'm ready.
You're tense. You're ready to block
he's gonna
me.
jump and break my nose again.
Did I just break your nose?
Yeah, you squished it. It hurt.
I'm sorry, babe. Do you have a big nose?
First you call me fat, then you ask me if I have a big nose, which means he's looking at my nose thinking, your nose looks big. But I'm not going to tell her nose looks big. I'm going to ask her if she has a big nose.
We are so much in love.
Do I have a big nose?
I don't know. I think maybe you have a little bit of a bigger nose. Does she have a bigger nose, Blake?
I think it works.
Oh, he's just being
Oh
polite.
my god.
I've always thought my nose was big.
Have you? Yeah, it's not like Cassim nose. Is Cassim's nose that big? Let me look
Your
at this
face is big. Go drink your juice.
Your face is... No, we should measure it. We should get a nose measuring stick out here. I
I
don't think
don't
it's
need
that
to
bad.
measure my nose.
Your nose
I
is
like
fine.
the nose that God gave me, and I'm going to keep it.
You know the thing that Mommy Tart has always gotten on YouTube, and I don't know why this is, because I don't think this, but everybody, well, not everybody, but some of the criticism in the comments has been that she has a big forehead.
Yeah.
But I don't think you
And
have
then
a big
my eyes are
forehead.
too far apart, and then I have vampire teeth. See? I
remember somebody commenting saying, you could land a 747 jet on that forehead.
And did you laugh?
No.
Yes, he did.
No, I think you're beautiful, babe. That's why I married you. That's probably the only reason I married you.
Well, you better work hard
I'm
to
not
redeem
being a
yourself.
jerk. I'm just teasing you. I'm just
Because
playing
you
around.
just told me my nose was big and that I'm fat. That's it.
I did not tell you you're fat.
Yes, you did.
I said you're pregnant.
you said you're
again.
getting fat, honey.
Look at that top comment.
What's the top? Mommy Tired versus Cassim nose off. There we go. We should really measure because I don't think you can tell unless you actually get,
I don't care about
measurement.
my nose.
It's great, babe.
It's one more thing that if it's bigger, then I'll stress about it for the rest of my life. Like, oh crap, now I need a nose job.
Oh, so if you measured it and then somebody was like, statistically speaking, your nose is bigger than 75% of the U.S. population.
Then it would be like, oh, so I
guess
thought
I
my
do
nose
have a
was
big
fine,
nose.
but I guess it's not.
No, but the thing is that eccentricities in your face make you better looking. Do you guys know that Tom Cruise's tooth is right in the middle of his face? I saw this Facebook post, and apparently one of his big teeth is literally right, because you know how like the gap in your tooth is usually lined up with the middle of your nose. He has one of his teeth is right, it's like shifted. And if you go look at this picture, they had this post, they drew like a straight line down Tom Cruise's face. He had this one tooth is right in the middle. And once you see it, like you can't unsee it. So when we went and watched Oblivion the other night.
So now everybody's going to look
I
at
was
my
watching
nose and
for
they
it.
won't be able to think that it's small
Hold them
now.
up. Okay, hold up.
Because they think it's
Look.
big.
Look, does my nose look bigger? Because I might have a bigger nose just because I have a bigger head and I'm a bigger person than you.
But really,
I
my
can't
nose
believe
is
we
big.
spent so much time on talking about noses.
I can't either. You brought it up. Quit talking about my nose. Leave my nose alone. I'm going to punch you in the face.
Yeah, remember when Suntard almost broke your nose?
Yes. Oh,
That was quite the
it's still
ordeal.
deviated. I
She
have
had
a
a deviated
septum now, and I've
jinx.
had like 18 sinus infections since then.
Is it bad that I wish we had that on camera?
Well, no, I wish we did too.
We would have definitely been on America's Funniest Videos.
It was not funny.
Suntard
It hurted.
got this frisbee, like a full-size frisbee, and he's a strong little kid.
What was he, like 7?
7 years old,
7?
wound up like this and just
And I was
chucked
like
it
right next
as
to him.
hard as he could, literally from like here to her face, and it was like bam. And it was one of those things like I saw and I was like,
It hurt so
I felt bad. And then we went to the doctor and he said
thought
that it was broken. Then
She said it was broken.
and then we went to a different doctor and they're like, no, it's not broken. It was this big thing.
It was a big ordeal.
Anyways, we're back, and I've been for the last month. I've been on the road for 3 weeks of that month, starting in when was Playlist Live? March. So I went to Playlist Live for a week with my mom and dad and my brother. That was fun. We had a good time. Met a bunch of you. Flew back to LA for a couple days, and then I flew out to Philadelphia, and we filmed with Prank vs. Prank. And then from
Then you flew up
Philadelphia.
to Florida again.
Oh yeah.
I thought.
No. They were in Florida interviewing
Oh.
Charles and Allie, and then Charles and Allie flew up to Philadelphia, and I met them in Philadelphia. We were in Philadelphia, filmed with Prank vs. Prank, and then we went to Connecticut. We filmed with Naltz, and then we went to New York, and then in New York we filmed with Jill Striff, and then who else did we film with in New York?
I don't
Got some
remember.
B-roll stuff in New York. We stayed at the Maker Studios apartment in New York. And then from New York, we drove to Indianapolis, Indiana, and filmed with John Green. And that was cool, like seeing that countryside. It's some really pretty countryside out there.
I mean, I wasn't there, but I believe you.
And we got the keys locked in the car, in the van. We had this like giant 12-passenger van that we're all like crammed into. It kind of reminded me of Choir Tour.
Yeah, Shay was with the documentary
Yeah,
crew.
there's
You were
9
wondering.
of
It
us.
wasn't the family, it's just the documentary crew.
Yeah. And then from Indianapolis, Indiana, I flew back to LA for a couple days. And then I flew out to Idaho and filmed with my parents and my brother and sister.
And my parents.
And Colette's parents. And it was pretty interesting. I don't know if some of you guys remember. Oh, should we talk about that?
What? I don't know.
Never mind. You'll just have to see when the movie comes out. And it's like, it's hard to be patient with this thing. But the thing about it, this is the longest I've ever spent on any project that I've worked on since I started YouTube. You know, everything else.
It's a giant project.
Yeah, it's a movie, you know, but that's what I'm excited for is everything else I've done has been, you know, the longest I've spent on something is, you know, like a week maybe, you know, like when we did Bro Ventures with Blake, you know, like taking a couple days to go out and film and then the editing process. But I've never spent over a week or a week and a half on anything. So like this is going to be a year of our lives that we put into this movie, and it's going to be huge. I keep saying that just because of how much time we put into it.
So.
It will. I really feel like it will change a lot for us. I think it will. I don't know. We'll see. But it's like that snowball that's rolling down the mountain. It's getting bigger and bigger as time goes on. And it's funny too, like more and more YouTubers want to be a part of it as they see more and more YouTubers being a part of it. You know, as they see, you know, as bigger, I'm not going to name any names, but like there's a few YouTubers we reached out to at the very beginning and like they never got back to us. But then when they see like Prank vs. Prank and John and Hank Green, you know, being part of it, then like we get those emails back a lot quicker. Like, oh yeah, I do want to be part of this. It's funny how YouTube works like that. Like YouTubers like, oh, they're going to be part of that. I want to be in it. I want to be in it too.
Well, that's how life works.
Yeah. You don't want to be left behind.
You want to be cool. If all the cool kids are doing it, you better do it, right? Don't give in to peer pressure, you guys.
A lot of peer pressure out there.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about your
Will
baby?
you marry me?
I'll marry you.
Well, it's your baby. I mean, I've been meaning to tell you this. It's yours
So glad.
too.
I was worried. I feel like it's going to be a girl. I've kind of got that premonition.
everybody I've talked to that decides to have a premonition says that.
They think it's a girl, or just this baby specifically?
This baby, everybody thinks is a girl.
Really? What do you
Yes.
think as the mother?
I don't have an inkling. I don't.
That's what I
I
said.
don't think I allow myself to have one, I'm just like, whatever happens, happens. And I'm not going to be like, you know what? I think it's this. Because I did that once. I was way wrong.
She thought Baby Tar was a boy.
Whole time.
So we were at the California Pizza Kitchen the other night, and this is what's crazy is we're sitting there at the table. We have our 4 freaking kids that take up all this space. And
Our
whenever
4
you walk
freaking
into
kids.
a restaurant in Los Angeles with 4 kids, people look at you like you just walked in with the plague.
Yeah.
They look at you like, what are you doing? Why would you bring those out in public? They do. Not everywhere we go. Cause
Not everywhere. Just certain areas.
In the area we live, we rotate like around 5 different restaurants that we go
Yeah.
to. We base our restaurant decisions on size of table.
Right.
Like the Island Burger, great location. You could fit 12 people in some of their booths. Great spot to fit a bunch of offspring. But I was sitting
true.
there at the California Pizza Kitchen, and I'm just like looking at my little family, and I was like, now we're gonna have to add like a car seat to the end of that table. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be like another little bundle of boogers and poop down there that we're gonna have to deal with. And
That's
I
exciting.
feel like we're not gonna go out as much once the 5th baby comes.
Well, that's what we thought with.
We thought with
other
number
one.
4, we
We
kept
always
saying that.
go out.
I remember sitting there with 3 kids and like, can you imagine having another kid sitting right here? And it's like,
I don't think it's that weird at all anymore.
well, you're used to it. And this is the other thing. People are like, hey, are you done? Is 5 it? I want to say, finito, good buddy. We're finished.
I can't say that.
But
I feel
Miss
like I
Reproduction
cannot
over
say
here
that.
won't agree to
It
that.
doesn't mean that I'm definitely having another baby, but I just feel like I don't have that decision right now.
Yeah.
It's
I think it'll be
like,
fun
what
once
if-
they're older, though.
What if 5 years down the road, I get this feeling that I need to have another baby? That it'll be time to have another baby.
That stresses me out, though. That really messes
Well,
with my
yeah,
5-year plan.
because I'm pregnant.
I'm just saying, though,
We don't
like,
want to think about having a number 6 when we're not even at number 5.
so if I was willing to say I will go get fixed, I'll go get the snip, would you agree that we're
I don't
done?
think I would.
I can't imagine doing that. That makes my balls hurt thinking about it.
Snip, snip,
Oh.
snippy.
That I don't feel like I ever want to do that.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to do it.
I feel like I would be less of a man. Well, because with dogs, like your dog is like all like aggressive and stuff, and as soon as you get them neutered, they like calm down.
But I feel like it's.
What if
it's
I got neutered and
different.
then all of a sudden I was like, "Welcome to the podcast."
I don't think
This
it's
is
the
when the
same
kids
with
go to
dogs.
sleep.
Like they remove.
Dude,
more
you mess with
things
a man's
dogs.
junk. That's his motor. It's like you just took out 20 horsepower out of my truck. It's like that used to be 250 horsepower. Now it's 170. You know what I'm saying? It's
See,
like
and I don't think I could ever get sterilized either.
we're
That's
just gonna have to get a
weird.
lot of
I don't
condoms,
know.
I guess.
I don't know.
Oh, that's great. I just to visualize the process of like going in and knowing, like even the thought like they're gonna put me under, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then there's gonna be
Blake's
like a
cringing
bunch
over
of
there.
hands down here in my genitalia
A bunch
region
of hands.
with
Usually-
sharp sticks
Usually
and
he
scissors.
doesn't mind hands down there.
You're a pervert.
Well, I'm just saying. But with knives,
Only
that
your-
would be another story.
Only your hands, baby.
With scalpels. Scalpel.
But seriously, think about that. Like, I almost think I would want to be awake for that. You know what I mean? Like, because to be asleep, it makes me feel more vulnerable. I want to be like,
Awake?
I want to watch it. I want to like have him hold a mirror down there and be like, don't, okay, that,
Shay,
don't
you are
touch her."
weird. You are weird.
What do you guys think?
He's the type though
You
that
guys-
he watches when they put the needle in, and like
I
if
have
he's
to-
getting
yeah.
blood drawn, he can watch that. I can't watch it.
When I get a shot,
turn away.
I don't, because they say, turn away, like when you get a shot. I can't. I have to see it come in. Like, I have to watch. I don't know. It helps me for some reason. I want to see it. I want to know when the pain's coming. I'm like, okay, go. Ugh. And they yeah, I don't want to get, I never really thought about that. But now that it's like
Shay don't want to get neutered.
now that
don't
it's like
wanna
a
get
real
neutered?
thing that could happen, I definitely
Don't
it gives
wanna
me the
do it?
chills down there. And this is the other bull crap thing, is I know of dudes who have gotten it done and they still got their wife pregnant.
pregnant.
That should be 100% guaranteed situation. If I'm letting anybody down there with a knife, there better be no mess ups. You know what I'm saying?
I guess
there should be like 100% money back guarantee
But see, that,
on an
I feel like
operation
that's
that.
when it's like God's telling you, hey, I'm not going to let you take charge of this. I'm taking charge.
Life will go on. It's like Jurassic Park. They found a way. They found a way.
We'll find a way.
Somebody said, bloodlust again, said I was awake when I had my tubes tied. Are you a boy or a girl?
Tubes tied is a girl, right?
It's a girl thing. So
right?
your username is
Shows how much
bloodlust3277
we know
and you're a girl? Yeah.
Well, isn't bloodlust like a vampire thing?
I guess.
Girls are into vampires.
Dudes, do they get their tubes tied? Do dudes have tubes?
They have. How does it work? I don't know how it works. Does anybody know how it
Vasectomy.
works? It's like
They just tie a big knot in your wiener.
they just chop your balls off, babe. They're gone. You don't need them anyway.
Where is this podcast going? This is going
that's what
south.
happens when the
Wait.
shaytards talk about sterilization.
So Claude is having another baby. She's 3 months. 3 months now?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
due October 22nd.
And I have my next appointment's like May, I don't know, 14th or 16th. We'll be able to possibly see what it is.
I bet you will by then.
I'm excited.
That's like in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
This one has gone way faster than the other ones.
Well,
I think because we're so
it
busy.
has. I feel like each one goes faster because we're busy doing other things. We're not
All
focused on like when the baby comes, when the baby comes.
The first baby comes and it's like every little thing is an event. It's like, oh, we gotta do this. And then you start shopping way sooner. And then the second, with each consecutive baby, it just like, whoa, you're 6 months along? Because like you're so busy with life and raising other kids.
I like it that way though. There are some women that love being pregnant. I am not one of those women. I hate it. I hate getting fat. Who
likes being pregnant?
A lot of women. They feel beautiful. They get to not worry about trying to be skinny or whatever, you know. Some women just really love it. I don't. I like being able to feel the baby. Like when it gets big enough, you can actually feel the baby move. But other than that, I would be fine with just forgetting the whole thing until it's 9 months and then we have it.
Is this bad that the first thing I just thought about when you said when the baby moves, I thought that is going to be some great vlog footage.
That's not bad.
When the baby starts moving.
We better get it on camera.
And Wtkgts feels it. You're like, oh my, I feel the baby. That'll be some great footage of him feeling the baby move and then seeing him react to the new baby.
Yeah, because right now he doesn't have any clue.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't even. I don't think he knows anything.
I remember. It's funny because I remember when Princess when Baby Tard came, Princess Tard acted like, who the hell is this? Who do you think you are coming in here? And then when Wtkgts came, Baby Tard acted that way towards Wtkgts. It's like the new baby syndrome.
Like, wait a second.
I was the baby, and now you just think you can show up and be cute? I don't think so. So it'll be interesting to see how Wtkgts reacts, especially if it's another little boy. Do you think it'll be worse if it's a boy or a girl?
I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah. And then we don't have any names. We don't have any names.
No, I don't. Yeah. I don't worry about names until we know what it is because I get too stressed out.
And we
then
don't
we'll find all these really good names for the opposite sex. You know what I mean?
Right. Are we going to
wait?
We need to start thinking about that, though. Well, when are we going to decide? Like after it comes?
No, when we know what it is.
Oh, right.
Then it'll be like, okay, now we can focus on boy names or girl names.
That's another thing is people say, why don't you just wait to be surprised, you know, and not find out at the 5-month mark?
Lame.
We never, because I guess we're just too impatient. But
if
I feel
we
like
got the technology, I would know like the second I'm pregnant.
It's either you're surprised at 5 months or you're surprised at 9 months. I guess it would be kind of exciting when it comes out and be like, what is it? What is it?
I like it better because then I can go shopping.
Mama Tar loves
I love shopping. I want to have everything ready. I don't want to be like, okay, now the baby's here. I know what it is. Now I'll go buy clothes for it.
You can paint the room pink or blue or whatever.
You're already stressed out after you have the baby. Like, you need to stay home, not worry about like, oh, I need to get some stuff for this baby that's...
We're going to have 7 people in our family. That's crazy. Plus Zeke, 8. There's 8 souls that I'm in charge of. That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of
It's
pressure.
weird growing up, man. I don't feel like a 33-year-old dude with 5 kids.
No.
I still feel like, you know, I'm scamming for chicks.
Are you really? Is that how you feel? Shay's in the doghouse right
I'm
now.
in the doghouse Wednesday. On the way over here this morning, we were just staring at each other longingly and lovingly because we are so in love. And it's like, oh, she's wearing this bracelet, which is not a bracelet, it's a necklace. And she said, oh, I used to wear this when we were dating. I'm like, that's over 10 years ago.
That was a long time
10
ago.
10 years ago, she wore this around her neck when I was courting her. Mm-hmm. And now I'm courting her. 10 minutes! We got the 10 minutes! You got any topics for us,
yep,
Ricky?
That's it.
Any good stuff to talk about? Oh, speaking of what he's doing there on a little pad, everybody's been asking us to do a Draw Our Life video.
Oh, yeah.
And I just don't feel like we can. TV shows?
We don't
what about
feel like
TV
we can.
shows?
Why can't we?
Talk about TV. We don't watch TV. That's what we can talk about. We can talk about the fact that we don't watch TV.
We watch sometimes, but not like TV shows.
When everybody is talking about like House of Cards and like
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thorns.
Thorns? That's
Game of
a different
Thrones
one.
and Mad Men, like all that. I feel like instead of watching TV, we have 4 kids.
Yeah.
It's like there's just not time. Like you have
we
to make.
watch. Well, yesterday we had some friends over for dinner, for Sunday dinner, and my friend and him were sitting on the couch and they were just talking, and I realized they're watching Thomas the Train right now.
We did. We're watching Thomas the Train.
You know, you just have the TV on.
Well, Wtkgts controls the TV.
He kind of does.
The kid is 2, almost 3
Thomas
years
the
old,
Train
and he knows how to
Cars.
turn movies on. Dad, I watched
He
that,
does.
man. Do you watch TV when you were kids? Oh yeah, what did we watch when we were kids?
Let's see. I loved movies. I've always loved movies. Like, I could care less about TV shows that come on and like the series.
But you watched
know?
Saved by the Bell.
I did watch Saved by the Bell growing up.
Every day we came home from school, me and Casey would watch Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell, Kids Incorporated.
And then,
do you remember that one?
Yep. What about DuckTales was on usually
I
after
didn't
school?
like DuckTales.
DuckTales. Ooh.
I didn't really like it.
You didn't? Or when Scrooge, my favorite moment of cartoon history is when Scrooge McDuck would swim. Does this say that I'm a selfish person? When Scrooge
He
McDuck
loves money.
would dive into his money in that big vault of money. I could watch a whole episode on him swimming through that money. I just thought that was so cool to like see all that gold, and like they would always do funny things like when he would come up from swimming, he'd have like all these rings on his fingers and stuff. I always thought that was so cool as a kid. I always thought, why don't they put more of him swimming through his money in these cartoons?
That's so funny.
I love those
Because it's
moments.
the intro. They have it on every one of them.
And he would dive, and that was I was always, you had to suspend reality because like you couldn't. I would start to think about it, and I'd be like, I don't think you
couldn't
could
dive
actually
into money.
swim.
It would
You
hurt.
couldn't dive into like a big vat of quarters. It'd
That
be
would
like
hurt.
it'd be like cement, you know. But I was like, I don't know. Maybe it was like really like fine gold, and like you could swim through it if there was a bunch. But as a kid, I'm like, I don't know. I've never had a giant swimming pool of quarters. So what if you could? But just like if you think logistically, it's probably not possible to swim through quarters. Right.
DuckTales.
Woo! And then Saved by the Bell was huge. And also, speaking of cartoons, tickle. Cartoonium is the new YouTube channel to find all the cartoons that you'll ever need. Shay Beard. In fact, as soon as we're done recording the podcast today, I am recording some promos for Shay Beard, which is so cool. You guys are going to start to see.
There hasn't been an episode go up yet, but
Not
that
yet.
will be the home of...
And man, I hope you guys like them because we have been talking these things up for like the last year. Cartoons
It's
take a
been
lot
well.
of time to make, but we've, trying to been finding just the right format and just the right place to put them. I think they're good. They're short little cartoons. They're like 2-minute episodes, and I really liked them. They came out really good. The music in them is really good. We have 13 episodes that are finished. We have 13 Shay Beard episodes ready to be uploaded, but we're just trying to like strategically prepare everything and get it all ready. And they're coming up, I think, the 2nd or 3rd week of May. So we're literally like 2 weeks away from the first Shay Beard episode. And what I'm excited about is we shot some promo things for Shay Beard. They're going to be on pre-rolls on YouTube. So
cool.
if you guys see those, be sure to check them out
Check 'em
with your
out.
mouse, if you know what I'm saying. I don't think I'm allowed to say click on the ads, but check them out.
But they're fun.
I'm not allowed to tell you to click on those Shay Beard ads, but check them out. If you know what I'm saying. But they're funny. We got the kids all in one. I can't wait to see how that one turns out. Because what we did is, can I give it away? Can I say what they were?
No, just
Dang
wait.
it.
For heavens to Murgatroyd.
Anyways, they should be fun. And we had all the kids, and Wtkgts nailed some lines that we
so
had.
funny.
It's so crazy to see him act. Like we had a mark. We literally had like X's like of tape on the ground, and we're telling all the kids they had this part where they all have to run in from off to the side. Have to run in and land on this mark, like stop at this tape. And we told Rocktard, we're like, okay, Rocktard, run in, and then right here at this tape, you have to stop. And he literally would run in and look down at the tape and stop right there. And then he like delivered his line. And everybody there was like, that was perfect!
I mean, it took a couple times to get it perfect, but it was really cute.
Yeah, I can't wait for those to come out.
Yes.
And Casey was in one we did. Well, that was for Cartoonium. Anyway, subscribe to Cartoonium. We'll put a link below. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. Okay, so let's go to the questions in the comments on YouTube, you guys. We got 5 minutes left. What do you guys want us to talk about? I see
What do you want to know?
Addie Trippy says favorite actor. I have to say Tom Cruise, man. I love Tom Cruise. I know he's gotten a lot of guff for being a crazy.
Yeah, that's
but I just not only that he just like looks like me, but he I think he kind of looks like me.
I think he looks like you. I don't know if I have a favorite.
Good.
I like Sandra Bullock. I do like Reese Witherspoon, even though she's a celebrity crush.
She's cute, man. She is cute. What happened with her the other day? Did she get arrested?
What? Reese Witherspoon got arrested?
Apparently, like her husband got a DUI, and then she was all pissed off, and it was like,
that's
tried to
drama.
use the, do you know who I am?
She did?
I think so.
Oh no, that makes her less cute.
Well, it's only a matter of time before you're in the tabloids doing something.
We're not going to be.
She's been pretty clean so far. Hasn't been in there.
That's a good question, says Alda Osk. What was my dream job as a kid? Growing up, that's one thing we were talking about yesterday with some friends we had over for dinner, is I, as a kid, never had a thing that I wanted to be when I grew up. And I feel like I want my kids to have, like, I'm always asking my kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because I never had, like, and maybe that was good for me, because then I never, like, pursued something. But what I wanted to be when I grew up was a professional skier. That was my thing. I was like, I'm going to grow up and be a professional skier. Mm-hmm. But that was unrealistic. See, but that's what I don't want.
It's not unrealistic.
Right.
It could be realistic.
I don't want my kids to think.
If you genuinely wanted to do that.
You could.
Continually, you could.
And I feel like, I don't want to say like, because this might sound bad about my parents, but I don't feel like they ever were like, yeah, you can be a professional skier if you want to, when you grow up. I feel it's like, you need to get a real job. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't want my kids to have that mentality. I want them to literally, anything they want to do, you can do it.
I think that's good. I feel like I always wanted to be a mom. That's really all I wanted to be.
Yeah, you fulfilled
I know.
that.
Kind of boring, but...
So, Christy Smith says, will this documentary be in theaters or just a select few? Well, that depends on distribution and how many hookups we can get. We want it to be in theaters.
We would like it to be, yes.
Worldwide.
That's what we're shooting for. We're going to do our best to make that all happen.
But there's a lot of, we have so much footage. That's going to be the hardest part, is editing it. We have like 200 hours of footage shot over, wrap it up. You're cute.
I just thought there's no subtle way for me to like show him.
We have over 150 interviews already, and so the editing process is going to be...
But I think it's exciting. It's better to have like way more, because then you can always do something else with it.
Yeah. Eventually it will, I want it to be everywhere, you guys. Like, we don't know the answer. That's the answer. We don't exactly know how we're going to distribute it at this point. There's possible talks with HBO, the Tribeca Film Festival, a lot of different avenues, but we'll see. But the last shot is going to be done at VidCon in August. And then we're also taking the cameras to Vlogger Fair. Have you guys heard about this? Chris Pirillo in Seattle. They're having kind of like a Seattle/Canada-based Playlist Live /VidCon, and it's called Vlogger Fair. So it's interesting that more and more of these like convention things are popping up. So we're going to be there, and because we're vloggers.
Yeah.
We vlogged.
We are.
We vlogged a thing
That's
or two.
what we do.
We should vlog right now.
We
Guys,
should.
Look at this camera. Isn't that special?
We still have the flip.
Isn't that special?
We do.
Yeah.
It's true.
We probably should update our camera equipment. We've never been known for, good editing or technology.
We don't really do
Or just all personality.
technologies.
All right. Well, this is our first
Vlog.
episode. God, you're so angry.
I know. It's so
Okay.
pushy.
We're vlogging.
Hi.
We're vlogging.
We're at the podcast.
We're back in studio at
Back
When
at
the
the
Kids Go to
podcast.
Sleep. And we're vlogging. We're talking about Vlog Fair. It's in Seattle. Chris Pirillo's putting on this event called Vlogger Fair. Vlog Fair. I don't know. Check it out. Links below. In my pants. Links
Is
in
there
your
a link
pants.
in your pants?
There's a baby in your
There's
pants.
a link in your pants?
Yeah.
There is a baby
A
in my
bobcat
pants.
chased it in there.
And I had to unbutton the top of my pants
Let's
because
see that
it
belly.
wouldn't fit anymore.
Show us that
No,
belly.
I will not. Everybody wants, like, you know those pregnancy pictures where you take it like monthly or weekly to see how much your belly's growing? I am not going to do that. I'm sorry.
People just want to see you with your shirt off.
It's gross.
Why is it gross? It's beautiful.
Because right now it doesn't look like a pregnant belly. It just looks like I've got like a cushion getting ready for the baby.
Looks like you had a
But
couple
there's nothing in there
cheeseburger
yet other
pizzas.
than pizzas
And
and
ice
golden
cream.
graham s'mores.
All right, bye. Okay, so yes, we're back on the podcast. We upload them twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays, and we are going to go live on Mondays. So if you want to hang out with us Mondays, we're going to do another one in a few minutes if you want to stick around. But you have to promise to watch them when we upload them on YouTube.
You don't have to promise to watch
Pinky.
them when we upload them on YouTube. We would appreciate it, but you know.
And don't forget to download the free link on iTunes below.
And we love you. Don't forget to measure your nose and make sure it's not too big. Bye.
I'm not getting neutered either.